After our little hiatus, I would say, Texans had a bye week. Thought we would be coming back with good news, but we really don't, man. Texans is cooked. And other good news, the Rockets started their debut week, kicked off their season, man. We got a lot, man. So sit tight. This 4-5 podcast. 4-5 podcast. I am your host, Corey Mixed It. That guy over there is T. Rasco. And man, I would be lying, man. It was a lot of slow singing this week after Monday Night Football, man. There's a guy that actually has a channel. And he actually does like original blues music and stuff from like that you would probably hear like on the movie Sinners or something like that. And he does covers of like popular songs, like a 50 Cent Mini Man. He did Want to Be a Baller. That's what I've been jamming, man. It makes me appreciate the lyrics that much more, man. So he actually been getting me through this week of kind of like a half and half of messed up Houston sports. T. Rasco, welcome back, man. What you been jamming this week, man, to get you through things?
Watching the Texans, they kind of put you in zero mode, man. Just listen to a lot of zero, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I might have to change my playlist pretty soon. Respect though, much respect to zero.
Shout out Zero, man. I mean, we everybody in H-Town jamming, man. But I know what you mean though by the
Yeah,
sad, the sadness of it all, man.
yeah, we
But
on some one deep shit, man. I'm just,
yeah,
I'm
I hear
about
you. Now
messed up, man.
I feel you on that. That's actually not a bad option. That's not a bad option, to have on the playlist, man. But as we get in it, man, let's just not even sugarcoat it, man. The Texans, they cooked, man. They cooked. And after looking at the game Monday night, I stayed up for the damn game, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. They just look bad, man. They look bad. They look cooked. And I thought I would just get over it like, it is what it is for this season. What made it even worse is me watching or listening, I should say, to the press runs that Miko and CJ did. But before I get into all that, T. Rasco, what the hell is wrong with the damn Texans, man? Let me hear it.
It's just what sucks to me, man, is they have a championship caliber defense, and their offense is abysmal. Like they have no sense of consistency whatsoever. Can't run the ball. Can't get vertical shots downfield. Can't block. One of the biggest problems. Can't block. I'm tired of looking at replays of three offensive linemen sitting up there blocking one guy and one just sitting there not blocking anybody. So, I mean, like I said, the offense is atrocious right now, and that's really what's holding them back.
And the thing is, I could actually take a loss. I could take a loss with my team if we had the best available players playing at that time. I look around the league. Yeah, sure. There's people who have, or teams, I should say, rather, they have quarterback problems. Okay, cool. They have personnel problems, so we're not the only team going through it. But it's like when I look around the league, everybody is losing with their best available players. And what I mean by that is we had 2 weeks to get this thing going in the right direction. You went 2 weeks with kind of getting the offense rolling. We get up to Monday Night Football, and we had Noel, who's been returning, doing a beautiful job of it, get him some reps. And now all of a sudden, I see Berrios take his position there. And not only did he take the return position, he takes majority of the snaps for, on the offensive side. And then now we're back to rotating guards again. I thought we left that alone in week, 1 or 2. And I just can't fathom what, what Kaylee has going on, who is signing off on some of these certain things. Is this like a staff combined thing, or is this like, hey, Amico, like, hey, look, you handle it. I'll trust you to handle it, and we'll see how it looks on Sunday. Like, I really don't know what the whole entire situation is, but I will ask you this: do you think somewhere down the line, because this has been in my thought process, we're wasting away a Super Bowl caliber defense? By the way, guys, we're
Sure.
wasting it away. Do you think somewhere down the line the defense starts to pack it in because they like, man, that we can't get no support from the offense, like a kind of like a silent quit?
They necessarily packing in just because they're professionals. And,
Okay.
if you love the game of football, you do it just out of the love itself, and you always going to be playing to try to win. So I don't think they're going to necessarily pack it in, but I do know it's probably causing a level of frustration internally. I mean, you go and what they got 7 turnovers in the last 2 games. They
Ugh.
had 4 in that game up in Seattle, and I mean they was giving the ball right back to the offense, and the offense couldn't do a damn thing with it. So I'm sure they're frustrated, but just like I say, because they're professionals, I doubt that they want to pack it in. Not to mention they all probably got their own individual things that they're trying to accomplish too. Some people probably trying to get better contracts or whatever the case may be, make Pro Bowls and so on. So I hope they don't. Yeah, but I also don't believe they gonna pack it in either.
Yeah, to piggyback off what you just said, it sucks because you get turnovers from the defense, and I'm just speaking about Monday Night Football. You get turnovers from the defense, and not only did they give you some turnovers, they actually gave you a scoring turnover. So they was essentially the only side of the ball that actually scored 7, and I felt like, man, watching that game, staying up late for that game, man, I was just like, I don't know what's next. I just essentially don't know what's next for the Texans, man. And the thing is, we got 3 home games coming up, man. They're winnable games, but they're not winnable games with the offense playing the way they are. And I sense the way the fan base is feeling right now, man, we may have some naked home games. We may have some. It's going. It might be kind of nick because that game me and you went to. We went out to that Titans game. It was cool, but it wasn't packed in there. If you noticed, I
Yeah.
know you was there. It wasn't packed in there. We had a good time tailgating and everything, but they was 0-3 up until that time. So some people might have bought back in after that win, after the Ravens win, and then now you do that on Monday Night Football prime time. I don't know, man. I just don't know. So we got 49ers. What's your prediction on the 49ers game, man? You think, Robert Saleh kind of runs the same type of scheme as Miko. It seems like his personnel is better to handle the whole situation of the whole entire game. But they got injuries on their defense, and Texans are opening up as favorites. Surprise, because they're at home, but I think that's the reason. What do you see for the Texans versus 49ers, man? Talk to me.
In their play, both offensively and defensively. Defensively, knowing that they have to produce some type of way, short field positions or points on the board, something like that, in order to keep them in the game. And then offensively, just they don't have to take shots, man. Hopefully, what we see on Sunday is them just be a little bit more aggressive against the 49ers. But so what if you make mistakes? So what if you turn the ball over? But let's be aggressive and take more shots downfield. So and then use your skill players. I mean, you got all these rookies that are dynamic in space. Use them. And so hopefully that's what they do in this game against the 49ers.
Well, not hopefully that they do. That's what they're going to have to do because you got Nico Collins that's probably not going to play.
Yeah,
Christian Kirk, we got seemed like we kind of um,
yeah, man.
got a lemon of a signing right there. I've only seen him in one game. So you got Kirk that's essentially going to be out. You got Nico that's going to essentially be out. Like, bro, y'all really have no option. Higgins and Noel has to be featured. You put it off this whole time, and now you kind of didn't like, well, damn, now we got to figure it out. Now we got to feature him, which is crazy because I felt like those guys, like, and I'm not saying this to get on Hutchinson or nothing like that, but I kind of felt like Noel and Higgins they should have been featured a whole lot more. I understand, Hutchinson is the vet; he's been with the team, but y'all gonna have to feature our guys more, man. You signed them, you drafted him, and you drafted the guys for a reason. So, I mean, I see they bringing up Wayne again. From the practice squad, that guy, he keeps making the roster, and so hopefully they can come up with some schemes, to get them going, man. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we do got our Rockets fitted on. We got the Rockets fitted on. So there is some hope in Houston after all, man. Houston Rockets debut a couple of days ago, man, against OKC was a big night for the NBA. Got the ring ceremony and stuff like that. Rockets show up, man, and they start the big lineup, which if you go back and look at a couple of our shows, we actually didn't think they were going to start the big lineup. We actually thought, we seen that in preseason, but he may say, okay, well, forget it. We're going to go with the big lineup against OKC, which OKC is pretty, tall. They pretty lengthy too. Pause. Don't want to get, for the people who viewing that. But what did you think about the Rockets go ahead and say, man, you know what? We're going to start the big lineup, KD at the 2, essentially. What did you think about that, man?
I thought it was cool, but I don't think it's something that can be sustained for a long period of time. And
Mm.
unless Amin Thompson gets more comfortable playing the point guard. Now, granted, that's what he probably is comfortable doing. Just seeing that he did it in high school, did it in what did he use in overtime or whatever that was before he made
Yeah.
it to the league. So uh, I think that lineup is all more so predicated on how well he gets and how quickly he gets acclimated to playing the point guard position. If not, they gonna have to put an actual ball handler in there or somebody that can actually understand pace and momentum, because there was a lot of times in that game against the Thunder where you didn't have someone bringing the ball out and making sure Shingun or Durant is getting the ball and getting the ball
Yeah.
with enough time on the clock to get a good shot off. You know, playing on the pick and roll with purpose instead of looking for your shot, you're looking for shots for others when you come off of it, and then also playing, like I say, with a solid pace. And so the big lineup looks nice, and it is an advantage, especially on a lot of teams. There's going to be an advantage against a lot of teams this year, but at the end of the day, it only looks nice unless it can actually be effective. And the one way of that being effective is making sure that you got some type of point guard in that lineup as well.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. There was times I like the lineup. They seem to get up and down. They can defend with that lineup. But there was a couple of times there where I said, man, yeah, this is a time where you needed a guard just to get them in a sets a little earlier, just to get KD to his spot, get a man in his position to score or whatever the case may be. So there was times where I was like, man, yeah, they do need a guard in this particular situation. But speaking of guards, that kind of falls back to the Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd, I wouldn't say he just didn't look that hot in this game. Now, second year player, you find out that Van Vliet is going to be out for the season. This guy's going to get a ton of minutes. It's going to be a ton of minutes that he's going to get. And then not only did he have to debut these minutes, he debuted them against the world champs, basically, in the NBA. So it's one game. Do you think Reed Shepherd, how do you think that he kind of develops over the entire season? Because they may insert him into the starting lineup next game against the Pistons.
I think he's gonna be fine. I think I mean that's like you said, your first game
Yeah.
with some real minutes, some real meaningful minutes. Because he played last year, sporadically, but as far as meaningful minutes, this is probably like the first game he ever had any. So
Mhm.
what I liked was that he was actually trying to be aggressive. He was looking for a shot. That was
He
one thing
was.
I probably was a little worried about was, for you to be the shooter, are you actually going to be looking to uh, get in rhythm rather? But he was aggressive looking for a shot. It's just he has to know when to be aggressive, and I think that's going to take time. This being his
True.
second year, the talent is there, the aggression is there, the want to appears to be there as well, and over time, leaning on veteran leadership from like Durant, hopefully. I know people always
Yeah,
question his
no, yeah.
leadership, but I mean he
Always.
still wasn't the greatest to ever do it. So just even being in the gym with him and stuff, and being able to soak up game in that way will help him as long as playing with everyone else that's maturing along the way as well. So he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he will too. I think he'll go back and look at some stuff he did. Like you said, he was definitely not shying away from shooting the ball. 'Cause,
Nah,
most rookies would be like, man, I mean, not rookies, but a player of his caliber that's normally like buried deep in the bench, and then now you get some minutes. He wasn't really like shying away from his shot, so he had a green light. He may probably
yeah,
say,
but
"Hey,
you
go
got
in
to think
there."
about it, man. I'm probably about to say, I'm sure Ime probably
Yeah,
told him, be aggressive, look for your shot. And then, they could say that they don't listen to folks like us and all that kind of stuff as much as they want to. But at the end of the day, all you hear about is who's going to be able to offensively get off. I guess, man, I'm not from New York. I'm not saying pause, but
yeah,
who's
you
gonna
ain't
be
got
able
to.
to?
Yeah,
Yeah, where's the offense gonna come from? Other than Durant, other than Şengün, how with Fred being out and not having somebody that can distribute the rock to everybody, who's gonna be that person to be able to keep the offense going? And I'm sure that was the pressure he probably was feeling that game is. All right, if Durant ain't getting a shot, if Şengün's not, if Thompson not getting a shot, then I need to be getting a shot. I need to be getting myself in rhythm early. So there's 82 games in the season for a reason. We can't, kill him off after game one. So he'll be fine.
I mean, speaking of man and Şengün, man, hey, them boys worked on their jumpers in the off season, man. I like that.
Man, I've been trying to tell people that
Like
was
that.
that Euro Cup they had. He looked like the best person in that tournament. He better than Jokic, better than Giannis, better than Luka, better than who was playing. And he came out game one and showed people like, hey, I'm here. I'm
Man,
here. So
that boy was out there looking like Dirk, man, from behind the arc. I was like, man, hey,
yeah,
he looking like a young Dirk out here, man. And what's crazy about it, I think NBA they came into the season saying that he was 15. He was Şengün was ranked 15 in the NBA, top player. So a lot of people was like, damn, Şengün 15, man, wouldn't happen. But man, hey, that boy had like 39, 11, and 7. Like, and then the crazy part, OKC, you tried to throw Caruso on him. I
so
know
on him.
Caruso
Yeah,
was a I know Caruso was a top defender and all, but man, hey, come on. I felt like he took
people.
that as disrespect and went to work.
Yeah, that was very disrespectful. Like
Yeah.
Şengün is like top 10 to be honest with you. I don't know if that's to that. I mean, in some conversations, I'm sure he's top 10. So, uh, yeah, to put someone like Caruso, did no disrespect to him, his defensive prowess,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't think he's a match for someone like Şengün right now. He's on another level right now. There's only one center that you really can definitively say is better than him right now in this stage of their careers, and not giving it to those individuals that probably have had a better body of work. But like right now, the only person you can think of that might be better than him at a center position is Jokic. And
Yeah.
so,
Of course.
yeah, you
Of
you
course.
better come with a lot more respect when it comes to trying to stop Şengün than putting someone that small on him.
And I like, man, like I said, I like that man Thompson was looking for his shot too. He was like, okay, well, they're gonna leave
Yeah,
me open right here. I was like, okay, see you, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I don't need you to be out here currying it up, trying to hit three balls and stuff like that, man. Get that mid. It's he just needed to work on his jumper. He
just
ain't
make
even
them think
gotta,
about it. That's all. Just make them think
yeah.
about it. Make them think that you're gonna shoot it. You know what I mean? So
There you go. So I think he did a good job too. Like I said, man, it's gonna be exciting to see these guys, man. Hey, 4 or 5, we will be in the building for the Friday opener. So definitely, man, if you ain't got nothing going on in H-Town, man, come out to the home opener in H-Town, man, against the Pistons, man. And one thing before I get off the Rockets, I just want to address the elephant in the room, man. And that was Tari this past. And I don't have nothing against Tari Eason. Nothing. I have
sound like
nothing
you
against.
said it could come out
No, no,
elephant in the
no,
room. I thought you said
no,
come in with some shots.
no. I'm just saying the elephant in the room because he has been like a focal point, a talking point of everybody.
Yeah,
Like, oh man, you want this extension and all this and that. And so yeah, I know he's been going through like contract talks and stuff like that. He didn't have his best game. I will say that he didn't have his best game against OKC, but I think it was probably just maybe it was a lot going on. that day he might have been going back and forth with talking to his agent and all, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to scrub it out the way. And I think he'll be ready to play on Friday, man. I don't have nothing bad to say about Tari Eason. I think he has done for the role that he's in. I think he has done a great job for the Rockets, man. But as it seems, just from the reports, I think he wants a little bit more of a bigger role. Now, I don't know if that means starting or maybe he wants to get traded. But the reason why I brought it up because I feel like how the stories came out, I'm like, man, come on, Tari, because I feel like he was a hot commodity. That a lot of teams was like, hey, I'll take Tari, but I feel like he's going to be in a trade acquisition, man. If he keeps going down the road that he's in, because I think he just wants a bigger role, kind of like with the Cam Whitmore situation. I felt like Cam Whitmore, if he could have just hung on just a little bit, he could have been another key piece for the Rockets, but I think they just want bigger roles, and which I understand, man. I ain't in the NBA. I played basketball once upon a time, but I'm not in the NBA, man. So I don't know how that whole the back, office stuff goes, man. As you're trying to push, and get, contracts with guaranteed money and stuff like that. But Tari Eason, man, what is your passing thoughts for Tari Eason?
Just your performance, from what I've been told, is what gets you paid. So, you show that you can play winning basketball, the money gonna be there. And I mean, everybody knows he has potential. Everybody knows he's worthy of a
Sure.
valuable contract for sure. But I mean, basketball is a business, and so I'm sure there was something from a business aspect or a business reason preventing him from being able to get that extension right now. I mean, you just gave Durant, an extension, and
Yeah.
even though he didn't take the max money, I'm quite sure that was for a reason too, to be able to squeeze you in. So just continue to play basketball, continue to play winning basketball, and everything will pan itself out. That's from me on the outside looking in.
Yeah, and I'm with I'm with you. I agree. I'm outside
Yeah,
looking in, man. I'm just looking at reports, man. That's all I can really go by.
for sure,
Just
for sure.
the reports.
But like I said,
But
at the end of the day, just keep playing basketball. Because for one thing, I do know is it's a logjam in that position, and you don't want to be the person, the odd man out, because you're playing
mhm.
inconsistent basketball. Dorian Finney-Smith isn't playing
Oh
right,
yeah, that's true.
so he gets back. That's a lot of bodies to be having to put minutes to on that in that wing spot, and so just continue to play basketball, continue to play winning basketball, like I said, and like everything will pan itself out.
And speaking of bodies too, I was telling one of my other guys the other day. I think that may be a reason why they start why he may test it out starting Adams, because it's like, okay, I could put Adams and Sengun at the same time because I got Capella over here that I want to play. So if you got
I feel
Capella,
like
you
they
may
do it because they can't overwork Afrin Shingun. He can't be an offensive juggernaut and then
yeah,
have to go be a defensive anchor at the five spot. So when you look at it like that, then it makes sense to play the big lineup and to bring in Capella to be able to keep Shingun at the four. Just because we
there
don't
you
have a
go.
point guard, we don't have anybody to relieve him offensively of getting everybody else involved. So uh, I think that I don't know. I think that is a part of it. If we had some type of point guard, I don't think we have to go big all the time. And hopefully, something shakes up as the season progresses.
Yeah, there's some rumors and there's a lot of talks out there, man. With Rockets maybe snagging a Trey Young. I wouldn't be against it. I seen Drew
As long as
Holiday's
we don't have to
name.
gut the team, man. As long as they don't have
Oh
to gut
yeah,
the team,
yeah.
yeah.
I seen Drew Holiday's name being thrown in there. A lot of people, even Reggie. Shout out to Reggie, man. Reggie Shanks, man. That boy said, man, go pick up Ben Simmons. And I said, I don't know, man. I don't know, my brother. I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
Ben Simmons want to play basketball anymore. If I'm just being completely honest, I don't even think he really want to hoop no more. To be honest, man. But in other NBA news, man, and which is this kind of depresses me a little bit. Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, man. What the hell y'all got going on, brothers?
was
What
like
do
a
y'all?
shocker to me, man. Like, I mean, we heard
Come
of
on, man.
Not Chauncey, Terry Rozier being
Yeah,
investigated
you did.
for quite some time, but to hear Chauncey Billups' name be, in the mix of it, you know, that was a head scratcher.
And
I
then the
don't
thing
understand
is,
it, man. I don't get it. Y'all got all the money and the fame and stuff. Why y'all got to go and do ridiculous
that's that.
shit?
Well, see, that's what that's what I'm trying to say, bro. And like when I'm looking at the report because first of all, you don't get arrested by the feds, man, for nothing. If the
I
feds
know.
is swooping in, I'm like, okay, is there something going on? So I'm looking at the report. I'm like, okay, illegal sports gambling. I'm like, okay, obviously that's what y'all picking them up for. They got illegal sports gambling coming on. Then you got these other reports that's like, rigged between them two. They organize rigged poker games backed by the mafia. And then I said, okay, well, hold on. So you
When I
mean,
heard that, I was like, that had to be Chauncey because like the
yeah,
partner sucked.
bro, bro,
I know
but
they
see,
weren't throwing games on purpose. They actually just was losing. So I know they
yeah, but the
he had
thing
to be the poker.
is, the thing
Yeah,
is what I'm saying, like, I feel like with that report coming out, I'm like, damn, if Chauncey is tied up into that, what was Chauncey doing his stint in the NBA? Because I feel like it kind of goes way back to like then right now. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah.
Like, and then I'm just like, because when you speak of anything, mafia wise or anything like that, I'm like, bro, what y'all got going on, man? And I feel like, oh man, like it's about to get worse before it get better. And Chauncey being tied up into that whole situation, I'm just like, man, I feel like there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that he might have been involved in, which is probably going to come out, sooner or later. But I'm like, when you say backed by the mafia, poker games and stuff, backed by the mafia, illegal sports gambling, and then I ain't gonna lie, Terry Rozier, I had you a couple times, man, on DraftKings, my brother. And it was a couple. It was, hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, because you know who else I was right about? Jonte Porter. I remember you. Remember when we at the studio? I told you. I said, man, I don't know, man. Jonte Porter, the whole Raptors team is out. There's a lot of money going in on Jonte Porter. So I'm like, yeah, he should be a safe play. You're only worth 4,000 on DraftKings. He should be good. And for you to go in, maybe make a layup or two, and then say, yeah, man, my ankle, and you're gone. I said, nah, there's absolutely something wrong with that. And then a lot of people was like, oh man, you just tripping. It's just NBA. And I was like, nah, man, it's something wrong with that. Then a month later, Jonte Porter, illegal game. I said, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. So how serious is this thing, man, with Billups and
Man,
Rozier?
it's
Man,
very
what is your
serious.
passing thoughts on it, man?
It's extremely serious, man. I think they just opened up a can of worms. I don't think they're gonna be the first
Mm-hmm.
two or the last two, rather, to get arrested behind gambling or something along this nature. So we just really just getting to the surface of this stuff, man. And this right here might be the lightest story that we hear
The
in the
lightest.
foreseeable future, for sure.
And but see, that's the thing that sucks because when you got, and these are like two, like I like Rozier, I like Chauncey. I mean, Chauncey was a part of some of the bigger teams with the Pistons, with the Rip Hamiltons, and Big Ben and Tayshaun Prince. So man, I'm a big fan of his too. But it's like he ain't been in the game. I mean, outside of coaching Portland, he ain't been in the game in a long time. So I feel like with some of this stuff coming out, there's going to be call for other people to be investigated, or people going. I mean, I'm not going to say people, feds to be like, well, man, it seems like there's a lot going on in the NBA and the NFL. Like that we may need to pay close attention to, or that we may need to investigate when people have such and such performances and stuff like that. So it's just unfortunate, man, because Billups a well respected person in the NBA. You won some championships, for Detroit. A lot of people like you, as a guard at the time you were playing. It's just like, man, it's just unfortunate. To me, it's just unfortunate.
Sometimes
Then
it just makes us
go ahead.
revert. to the gambling restrictions. Like if this gets too out of hand, do we go back to, now we no longer have the fan duels and the DraftKings and the
I know.
underdogs and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know, just
Player
because of
props.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So um yeah, this like I say, I don't think this is some small thing that's transpiring or unfolding right now. So shit,
Yeah, that
man, get your
sucks.
popcorn ready, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. And then, when people say, when people think, you have these type of situations going on, gambling, this and that, it kind of makes them look at, man, what you've been doing with your, your money, that you got paid from the NBA. These guys, even a Rozier, he may be on the back end of type of contracts now where he's at, but man, he's made money in the NBA. Billups has made, nice bread in the NBA. So it's just like, it just has a lot of questions, man. So to me, it's unfortunate, especially for Billups and and Rozier. It's just unfortunate, man. NBA, man, and NBA, man. We still got some more action coming up tonight. I think we got the Nuggets and what's the Nuggets and Golden State. I think play today. Then we got the finals rematch with OKC and Indiana. I think OKC probably win that because is Halliburton back in? Is he playing?
He's been gone the whole year. So
Yeah, so
with
he gonna
him playing,
exactly.
but then again, with J Dub ain't playing either for the Thunder. So
Mm.
I don't know. I think the Denver Golden State game is probably the more key game.
Oh yeah.
But also too, it's kind of curious to see what the Pacers gonna look like because they don't have Miles anymore either. He plays for the Bucks now. So
Oh
you know
yeah,
what
that's right. That's true.
what does that Pacer team look like? Does Siakam take another step? I think he's probably one of the most underrated players in the league. Just
He
when you
is.
look at what he's been able to
He
accomplish
is, man.
while in the league. So does he take another step? Does Neymar take another step? Who fills that void for the Pacers? So I take that back. Both of those games are pretty interesting tonight.
Yeah, Siakam, man. Especially for somebody who started playing basketball late. I'm
Yeah,
like, man, you can't tell that he started
I
playing late,
know.
man. So he's a good talent for the Pacers, man. But to be honest, I'm intrigued by both games. But you're right. That Golden State and Nuggets game, Nuggets just won the other night too. And I was telling my brother that the other day. I was like, man, I don't think Golden State is gonna go away anytime soon as long as Curry is back there. Because if you think about the other day, they
Yesterday
almost
too. Yeah, as long
they
as
should
he
have
can shoot
lost.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
as
bro.
long as he can shoot it, Golden State always got a chance. They
Got a chance,
always
bro.
got a
And then the
chance.
thing is, the other day, right? That late game when they played with the Lakers. Game is kind of close. They kind of going back and forth. And then I look up, Curry hit a shot from like damn near half court. And I said, well, ain't really nothing you can do about that. He come back up again, just a regular three. I'm like, well, boys only down by three now. Another three, then another like big three, like damn near up the half court again. I'm just like, what are you supposed to do about that? My team was up 12 or up 9. He can give you 3, 4 3-pointers. That may be the only thing he has to do for the rest of the game. As long as his team is competent enough to play defense and do all these other things, we just need Curry to hit it. He give me
We just
3 or
need you
4
to be
big threes.
Curry
That's
when we
it, bro.
need it. Yeah, we just need
Yeah,
you to be Curry
that's
when we
it.
need it. That's it. But like I was thinking to myself, like if they'll let Kaminga to just go ahead and do his thing and give him, the green light too. You already got the Jimmy Butler. He can stay healthy.
Yeah,
That's all I think Curry needs. He just needs one or two people to play with. That's it.
that's it.
Draymond gonna do
Yeah.
Draymond. He gonna be Draymond. He gonna be able to distribute and all that kind of stuff. He gonna defend. He gonna cause a chaos when chaos is needed to be created. Steph just need to play with somebody else to kind of take the offensive load off. So when he's the fourth quarter, he can get off like how he did.
Yeah,
Pause.
and
Jesus.
I'm
But
yeah. Jesus. Tip my hat to you,
but
brother.
yeah, but I mean, like I said, as long as he can shoot, bruh, the Golden State always gonna be a contender.
Yeah, I mean, like Draymond, and I ain't the biggest fan of Draymond, guys, but the thing that I will say about Draymond, He like the IQ, and he understands. It's his IQ, and he understands. If I just do this, and this, I can get $130 million. I ain't gotta be. I don't have to be, this person. I ain't gotta be posting up. I ain't gotta be this. If I could just cause a ruckus, set some solid screens for people here and there, this and that, I can get 130 million. I can get another signing, and so that's the thing that I really respect about him, because it's not like he's trash, but he understands what roles are in the NBA. Like, bro, the thing is about roles in the NBA, if you can adapt to one, you can get paid forever. Like, look at Lou Williams, probably one of the most talented people. Jamal Crawford, you can throw him in there. One of the most talented guys in the NBA. You go to courts, you look at their ball handling skills, and say, you like, God damn, like, this guy, you should be X, Y, and Z. But they understand, let me just adapt a role. If I adapt a role and I'm good in that role, I can get paid money forever for the NBA, and which all three of these guys have: a Draymond, Lou Will, Jamal Crawford. They adapted a role, they keyed in on that role, was good at it, and they made a lot of money, man, in the NBA. So that's what I really respect about
Patrick
Draymond.
Beverly in there too.
Yeah, you can throw. Yeah, that's true. Any defender, any type of defender or anything, like, I can adapt the role. I can do this. I can do that. I'll make a ton of money, and that's why, and like I said, I hate to spin this back to the Rockets, but the Tari Eason situation. I think Tari Eason is a talented player, and it's kind of like, bro, like I said, I'm going by reports. I don't know the whole situation. I'm just going by reports. I see that they offered you $100 million. $100 million. And that's really just for you coming off the bench and being you. You ain't got to try to be nothing extra. You have the size, the strength, the know-how, this and that. Nothing extra. Just you being you, and you going off and doing your thing off the bench, and they still offered you $100 million. A lot of players won't get that. We'll never see it. So,
I don't know, man. Where the league going now? I mean, $100 million is looking like a discount. I mean, you got players get $350 million over 5 years.
hey,
So,
well, give me
like,
look, NBA, give me a damn discount, man. Put your boy,
yeah, like,
coming off
yeah,
the
to
bench.
the average person, yeah, $100 million is like, God damn, that's like changing money, and that's like changing money for everybody. I don't really care who you are, but when compared to what the max money is these days, uh, and you know that you only get so many of these contracts. You don't get, it's not like you get 4, 5 of them. Everybody not
That's
fortunate
true.
to get that. So when you do have the opportunity to finally get that second contract, you want to try to max out to it as much as you can. So I can't understand that. But like I said, you continue to play winning basketball, and stay consistent with that. All that's gonna pan out, especially if
No,
you
that's
win it.
true.
Like, imagine if the Rockets won. I think if the Rockets was to win a championship, the owner is going to pull a Boston Celtic move where he just like, you can get your money, you can get your money, you can get your
Yeah,
money, you can get your
that's
money.
true.
Who else want
I
money?
agree.
When Boston won, I saw everybody got $100
Everybody
million
got paid.
contract. Everybody got
Yeah,
paid. So, like I say, just continue to keep the main prize, or the main goal rather, which is to win, and that bread you're looking for at the end of the day, it's gonna be there.
that's true. Nah, I agree with all that what you just said, man. And like I said, it'll get better for the Rockets. It'll get better for Tari Eason. I think he'll wrap it up. But
Yeah.
coming into this weekend, what you looking forward to, my brother? This weekend.
Weekend.
Cause LSU ain't been looking too great too. I'm just going to throw that out there before you even throw a LSU game
Yeah,
out. College
yeah,
stuff.
I was saying that game against A&M would probably be the marquee game for me on Saturday, just to see, can they turn it around, man? Can LSU turn it around? I think Texas A&M ranked number 3 in the country,
Yeah,
and supposed to have a
them
powerful
boys been
offense. So
balling. They've been balling.
yeah, it's gonna be a challenge for sure. But I mean, it's the SEC. It's so many upsets, and you think this team better than this team, and then when it's all said and done, it'd be about 4 or 5 of them that kind of just all the same. So we'll see come Saturday, and then more basketball, more NBA. I know we haven't talked about it, and we about to go, but uh, the Spurs, man, they look real good yesterday, man. So
They did.
yeah, looking forward to the game they got over this weekend. I forgot who it was that they was playing, and then of course the Rockets, man. They play Detroit on Friday. Gonna be in the building, living that
Oh
sweet
yeah.
life.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, sweet life
yeah,
on a
yeah,
Friday.
yeah,
Checking out
yeah,
the
yeah.
Houston Rockets.
So yeah, it's a lot to look forward to this weekend.
Yeah, and then to wrap that up too, I definitely agree with what you're saying. I do want to see what a lot more of these teams look like in the West, man, because the
Yeah,
West is loaded, man. The West is loaded with talent, and it's been like that for years and years. But like you said, San Antonio, a Dallas team that's actually in our division too. And the thing about it is Dallas, they don't even have Kyrie still
I don't
right
have
now. And
Kyrie
then
yet, man.
and
So
same thing with the Spurs. You still got Fox that didn't play
yeah,
yesterday either. So they got a new acquisition. You got Dallas. You got the Rockets is over here hooping. The only
it's,
team I don't really think that's gonna still be there, which is sucks, is probably the Lakers, man. Sorry, man. I think LeBron is gonna drag that injury out for a while. Just to
I think this is
see.
his last year. I think
Yeah,
this is
and
LeBron's last year.
to be
Like
honest, 2 or 3 years
what's the
ago
first
should
time
have
he
been.
didn't have a this the first year he hasn't played in the season opener? This man playing golf in the off season. Like he
Yeah,
already said
no.
he's not waiting for
He should have been. To be
Bryce to
honest,
make the league.
man,
I think this
LeBron
is his
should have
last
been
year.
done, bro. LeBron should have been done. If I'm just being serious, he should have been done. Not being done as like you can't hoop no more, you ain't got no talent. It's like, bro, you have accomplished everything that you basically have accomplished
Record.
everything. Like,
When he broke the scoring record, was that last year or the year before?
yeah, no, it was last year with no, the year before because Kareem was there.
Oh yeah. So once he
Yeah,
did
bro,
that, that was it. You know, it was nothing else to
when he did
I
that, I was
mean,
like, oh yeah, he probably gonna be gone, but no, he been hooping still.
you can even extend in the off season, give him another year. It's like we the writing's on the wall, man. We get
Yeah, man, it's
it.
cool. Like, bro, you have accomplished so much. It's like I don't even know what you're trying to still play for. To be quite honest with you, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. Hopefully we'll see what they look like. But yeah, Lakers look like they probably gonna be like at the bottom of the totem pole. Because I don't think Luka was gonna be able to do any and everything by himself. And truth be told, he actually had a better roster at Dallas than he does at LA. Now, Luca and LeBron, something there, but just Luca by himself in LA, I don't know, man. They may need some more stuff, man. They need
Man,
more
LA supposed to
pieces.
have a big three. They supposed to have a big three at Austin Reeves, man. Don't forget about AR.
And look, like I said, man, I don't want to. I ain't the guy to do it. But Austin Reeves, he is a good player. But Austin
Yeah, he
Reeves
not.
is
Yeah, he can hoop, bro. He can
he can
hoop.
hoop. No, I'm not saying he can't hoop. He can hoop. But Austin Reeves is your Lou Will. Austin Reeves is your Jamal Crawford.
Nah,
That's who he is to y'all's team. He can score in bunches. He can get a lot done for y'all. But that's who he is to that organization. Look at what Jamal Crawford did with the Clippers for forever. And y'all got the Chris Pauls and the Blake Griffins and the DeAndre Jordans and everybody else. And he just come in and say, hey, look, I'm gonna come in and just give you consistent buckets. And that's what he did. And y'all didn't do right by him, whatever. So I feel like that's what Austin Reeves is to the Lakers, man. He's that consistent score. He's not trash by any stretch of the imagination, but I just don't think Luka gonna be able to get it done with just Austin Reeves. So, just my take,
yeah,
my
for
my
sure,
my little
for
take on it,
sure.
man.
Yeah,
But
they need some more talent on that team. I'll just leave it at that.
yeah, we can stop at that. But man, this has been great. A great wrap up to the for the past week. This is the 4 or 5 podcast. Hopefully, we come back to you next week with good news about the Texans. Like I said, Rockets got a couple games over this weekend, man. So until then, next week, you guys will catch us, man. This is the 4 or 5 podcast. I am your boy Corey Mixit, that guy over there, man, the producer extraordinaire. That is T Rasco, man. We will catch y'all next week. H-Town signing out.